Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Gimme a Hull. Yeah, this is another episode of Coffin Drops. Darby is out of the Continental Classic, losing to Ricochet last night. AEW working over Christmas, heading into the weekend and World's End. But yeah, it's okay Darby lost because it puts a shine on Ricochet, who's going through a great heel turn, and obviously it also played into Commander's win against Claudio later on. Darby handing or sort of sneaking some brass knucks into his jacket under the ring for Commander to use to take out Claudio and win the match. Now, this is particularly important because it furthers the story. Darby has a story to finish, much like Cody did years ago in WWE. The shine should be on Hangman Adam Page. It should be on Jay White, particularly because I love Jay White, and it should be on Orange Cassidy as this triple threat, this epic or fatal four-way rather. This epic match takes place this weekend. Darby should be the eventual guy, as I've said many times, to beat Jon Moxley. And this all plays in. It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn. Darby is going to win eventually. He's going to beat Moxley eventually because Darby's the right person to do it. And this is all playing into that. It's making sure that Darby is built up as the main eventer. You know, Hangman Adam Page can't beat Moxley. Orange Cassidy's already's proven that he can't beat Moxley. Maybe he should be champion one day. I do truly believe that. But you know, even Jay White can't beat Jon Moxley, and I love Jay White. So that elevates Darby for Darby's eventual win, because he's still messing up. He's still effing up. He's still messing up the plans of the Death Riders by taking out Claudio from the Continental Classic. This is a long-term storytelling. This isn't just tied to the Continental Classic, where guys like Commander, where guys like Kyle Fletcher, Okada doesn't really need it, but Ospreay, of course, is getting the rub here. So this is for other people. The Continental Classic is for other people. Darby needs to really build as a main eventer. I believe he's considered that. I do believe he is that. I just think that, Darby should be the guy to eventually dethrone Moxley. I think all said, that looks to be the evidence of what's happening. That looks to be the way things are going, because Darby lost to Claudio. He's obviously had this beef with Moxley for a while, beef with the whole of the Death Riders, and then he's still getting in the business. He's still getting in the business of the Death Riders. He is costing Claudio, so clearly he's not done. Clearly he still wants to mess with the Death Riders. And that happened last night. Cost Claudio the win by the brass knucks, which is how Claudio beat Darby. And obviously put a great shine on Commander in the process. And this obviously puts a great shine on the Fatal 4-Way. I wouldn't be surprised if Darby gets involved in that somehow after the Death Riders get involved. But I think Moxley's definitely winning. As much as I'd love each of those guys, Hangman, Cassidy, and particularly Jay, to have a run with the title, I don't think that's happening yet. Moxley's coming out on top this weekend, and Darby should be the guy to eventually dethrone Moxley. That's what I think, based on what happened last night. As we head into the weekend, Darby will be the guy eventually, but not necessarily soon, because I think Jay White's still got to have a turn one-on-one. I think Cassidy's had his time. Hangman maybe even has another one-on-one match with Moxley. I'm not talking about in the next 3 months. I'm not even talking maybe in the next 6. But 2025, by the end of it, I think Darby will be the AEW champion. And this is the slow burn building towards it. Feuds with Claudio, feuds with the other members of the Death Riders to build up to that eventual win. And again, this tease, this build, AEW, you got to, whatever you want to say about the booking, I've said what I've said about it in other videos. They do long-term storytelling pretty well. Anyway, did you have a wonderful holiday? Let me know in the comments. That's what we're here for. We care about you guys, the community, the Hulomaniacs, as we have actually called you in the past. Thank you all so much for being here. It is Boxing Day here in the UK. I've had a lovely time chilling out and spending a bit of time with family yesterday over Christmas. I wanted to jump on here to wish you guys a wonderful new year. If we don't see you before, I think we'll probably will, because there'll be some WWE stuff, some Howdy stuff, and there'll be a few other bits popping up. But yeah, happy holidays, guys. Thank you for your support. I hope you had a wonderful time. Drop whatever you did in the comments, because, you know, we want to know, because we love you. And I will see you guys within the week. Yeah. And let me know what you thought of, whether you think this whole long-term booking of Darby beating Moxley is good. Let me know what you think. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in a few days. Bye.